Welcome back, Knights of the Rolled Table, to Season 2 of the podcast. On this season, you'll have to find out what happens for yourself. Roll the intro.
Welcome to Knights of the Rolled Table.
Woo!
Improvised D&D 5th edition podcast. And my name is Chris Daly. I will be your dungeon master for season 2 of this podcast. And we are very excited to be here. We're going to go around and have everybody introduce themselves, their real name, and their character that they're playing.
My name is Weston. I am playing Coach, the dwarf barbarian. Coach has some spiky armor, very American football-ish. He's got some beautiful Corey shorts on that show off his delicate and masculine, featurely calves. And he is often carrying around his warhammers, looking for people to work in his newly founded mine.
All right.
And I am Zach Stone's player and not dungeon master, and I am playing Jerik Dark Harbor. Jerik Dark Harbor is a paladin warlock multi-class, Pact of the Blade warlock, Oath of Devotion paladin, criminal background, human.
It's a lot of adjectives.
Yeah.
Seriously, so many.
If you care, if you don't care, don't even worry about it. He is human, kind of darker complexion, dark hair, tan, lives a lot by the sea, perpetual 5 o'clock shadow, wears some tattered chainmail armor and a sword in a sheath at his side and a big shield that he hangs on his back with some various supplies and stuff, and makes his way through life.
All right.
My name is Jen Crespo, and I will be playing Sarsa Demi-Salt. Old Sarsa here is a tiefling cleric. She is a tempest cleric with a sailor background. She's got dark black skin with bright yellow eyes and fiery red hair. She wears a long black coat that goes down to her knees, but she's got it sleeveless so you can see her bright white tattoos, celebrating both her love of the sea and her goddess Saloon.
Cool. I'm Matt. I'll be playing Saeleas. He is a half-elf wild magic sorcerer who's also a librarian. He's like about 5'11", got green eyes, pale, fair skin, gray hair. He's 100 years old, which isn't that old. It's a little above middle age for a half-elf.
All right.
Clearly in a midlife
Do you feel like he spends a lot of time explaining that he's not that old? Because
All the time.
Because you sure do.
I feel like you do.
Oh,
and
no,
like,
it's all him.
so he's kind of like gone through a midlife crisis, maybe a little bit.
I think he's a little sensitive about the fact that he's 100 years old.
having some aches and pains he didn't used to have, not as spry.
Right, like I turned 40 this year, and I pointed it out to a lot of people. But that's not that old. It's the same thing about 100.
Okay. It's just before midday in the realm of Marcatia. A small dwarf barbarian and a half-elf sorcerer are walking along the south road towards Emberbrook. You guys see some fog cover in the background of kind of walking towards the coastline, but it's way in the distance. It's a pretty nice day, but there's a threat of fog coming in, which is kind of strange for the middle of the day, but nonetheless you head on towards Emberbrook. This has been a long journey for you guys, almost 30 days worth of traveling with each other, and you're very excited probably to arrive at your final destination. What are you guys doing to mark your last day of travel together?
Coach is gonna are we arriving in the city now, or
Not quite. You're still about I'd say about half an hour out.
But we can see it.
You can see it.
I'm gonna kiss that beautiful ground once we hit it.
Oh, I can't wait for you to see Emberbrook. It's just the loveliest town. You meet my friends. It's going to be so much fun.
Are we looking like your friends, the big ones? Like you said, there's lots of dwarves, lots of burly people. Are they like at the coast? Man, do you notice that fog looks kind of angry?
It's a harbor town. I mean, there's fog rolled in. It's a little bit marine layer. You know, I'm sure it's fine.
I'm from inside of a mountain, so I don't get a lot of fog going on. I guess.
The views when that fog's not there. Have you ever seen the ocean?
No.
Oh, you're in for a treat.
Oh, that's fantastic. Is it that? No, I can't see anything. Too much fog.
That's because there's fog.
That makes sense. Yeah.
I need you both to roll perception checks, please.
Oh gosh. Well, that's a 1. +2, so
Total of 3.
Mine's
Good opening.
Saeleas got a 12 plus a 0, which is 12.
Okay.
So that fog, man, it's really out there.
You hear a rustling from the tree line about 50 feet away.
Wind's
What is the
kicking up a
problem,
bit.
Saeleas? We're like right here.
Did you not hear the...
Busting out from the tree line, you see this, at first, what looks like a pile of sticks. Then, as it gets closer to you, you see that it has legs, arms, and a head. But it's made up entirely of sticks and vines and twigs.
Oh,
I need you to
man.
roll initiative.
Oh gosh. What did we?
How many minutes at a
How
time?
did that
Dive
even?
right into it.
It's rolling. It's getting closer to you. It's kind of shambling
Ah.
towards you.
13 for Saeleas.
Okay.
Saeleas, you like fire stuff, right?
Oh, yes. I love fire.
Oh, I got 18.
It's making kind of a crackling, biting noise. Coach, you're up first. What are you
Yeah, I
doing?
am.
He might be friendly.
Approaching you very quickly.
I don't think he's friend. Do you really? Are you friendly? Free action. Yeah, I don't trust it.
Coach is going to pull out his warhammers.
All right.
You might just have a breathing problem.
Yeah, sticks with a breathing problem.
It's the Darth Vader of groups.
Does it look pokey?
Anybody have any Claritin?
He's allergic to
This
himself.
episode brought to you by Claritin. Dang.
Does he look pokey?
Does he look like if I grab him, will it spike me back?
You can't tell from this distance. I mean, you'd have to get closer to him to see if he's pokey, but he definitely looks like there are sticks pointing out of his, different joints and things like that. So,
How far away is this thing? Could I run up to it?
well,
with one
now
turn?
it's about 30 feet away.
Oh yeah. Because my movement's 35. All right, Saeleas, so we practiced this. Remember, I'm gonna run around behind him, give him a good old grab, and you're gonna shoot him in the face.
Okay, I hope it's not a friend.
Okay. I'm gonna
It won't
run.
be after this.
I'm gonna run up behind, try and swing around it.
Okay.
Is it like a large creature? Is it a small creature?
It's
Is
medium size.
Oh yeah, it's
about
getting grabbed. I'm
4
trying to
feet
grapple it.
tall.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
burst into a rage with my bonus action and try
Alright.
and grab it from behind. All right, roll with advantage.
Yeah.
21.
I'm gonna get you.
-2 for strength. So
You think
I'm
sticks
gonna
would be
say,
stronger than
you beat him with the 10.
Hold still.
So it just goes.
Hey, Saeleas, I got him. Hit him in the face. He's one of those bolty fire things.
I feel bad about this. Saeleas will conjure up a firebolt.
Yeah. Now we're talking.
Look,
Here we go. Yep.
tree person. If
There's no way that this could go wrong.
Get him. Come on, get him.
Coach is
gonna
holding
throw-
a pile of kindling.
I'm gonna throw this, Coach. I'm not sure this is a good idea.
This
but
is the best idea I've ever
here
had.
we go, and he hurls the mote of fire.
Wait, was that a fireball? No, not a fireball. No, like,
your
like
attack.
a bolt.
Firebolt.
Oh,
It was
thank
firebolt.
goodness.
Don't worry.
Okay, roll.
And he's restrained.
It's a
right?
critical
So-
hit.
Okay. All right. So roll your dice and then double.
That would be 17 fire damage to his face.
Total?
Yes.
Okay. So Coach is holding this
Poor guy.
twig creature, and this mote of fire gets thrown from Saeleas, and the fire just
Firebolt.
hits him, and all of a sudden bursts into flames, and the little twigs kind of like slowly just kind of burn out like a really fast burning incense candles, except there's about 100 of them.
Like flash paper.
Ooh,
Yeah.
ooh, ooh. Oh, yeah.
It singes you a little bit, but you just kind of brush off.
The overwhelming, relaxing scent of rosemary really just kind of.
Yeah, there's a little bit
That's
of
delicious.
I feel
I'm going
a-
to gather up a little bit of
honeysuckle.
I feel
you
a
know.
bit bad about that.
I think Maya would like this.
Oh.
Well, anyway, let's continue on to
In the
Emberbrook.
town of Emberbrook. In the town of Emberbrook, we cut to Thorpe Cottage. This is owned by Jasper Thorpe. He has hired both Jerik and Sarsa to come out because critters are attacking his place, his words, and he needs you guys to investigate. This is the first job you've gotten in several weeks, so why not?
All right. Listen, Sarsa, we're just going to go in there. We're going to clear out whatever critters are in there.
Listen,
It
I'm
should
not
be
worried
easy.
about what's going to happen in there. I'm worried about what's going to happen afterwards, all right?
Oh,
Because-
good. Oh, good, you're here. Listen, it's in there. It's in my living area, and I need you to go in there and get rid of it. Kill it if you have to.
All right, listen. Don't
I've
you
never
worry.
seen anything like it before.
Well,
Could you just try and describe it just a wee bit so we know what we're getting into?
Well, it moved very fast, but it's got a tail, but it's also very fuzzy,
like a squirrel.
like a dog.
Oh, like a dog. We can
But
kill a dog,
it doesn't
right?
have legs.
Like a snake dog?
like a worm
Yes,
dog.
yes, that's it. Like a snake dog.
All right, I don't need to know exactly what it is to kill it. Let's get in there, Jerik.
I'm super uncomfortable. Hey, listen.
No, the sooner we
Jasper,
kill this thing, the sooner we can
hold
go
on,
back and have
hold
a
on.
pint.
Listen, we're gonna need half payment in advance to kill your worm dog.
Oh, all right, it's 3 gold, right?
4.
4.
Yeah. There's
all right.
extra for tails. Shh.
All right, here's 4 gold pieces.
Pieces, and he hands it to you.
See here.
All right, and then 5 more if you can get it out in the next 20 minutes.
All right, we got you. All right, come on. I'll go first.
You're
Okay, so-
going in first.
Cover me.
So you guys head inside this
200 rounds of
cottage.
combat.
You guys head inside this cottage, and at first it looks like a pretty standard kind of 1-bedroom apartment. There's a little kitchenette area. There's a little area with a rocking chair
I'm
in
gonna
front
write
of
down worm dog.
Snake dog?
snake dog.
No.
Also,
it's
like
worm
right
dog.
before we head in, though, Sarsa's gonna just put her hand on Jerik's back, and when she says "you first," she's gonna go ahead and cast guidance on him. So you get a little D4,
Oh, I feel nice.
Okay.
just in case.
So
Feeling very
there
confident
is
all of a
a
sudden.
there is a back door to probably an outhouse in the back. There's a little cot set up for sleeping. So he lives alone, and he minds the gardens on the edge of town. This is kind of on the edge of town. So you go in there. You don't see right away any snake dog of any kind. So what would you like to do?
I guess I would look under things where a dog-sized creature
Underwear?
that didn't have legs.
There's a bed. There is a furnace that has like wood inside of it. There's a table with a tablecloth over top of it. And there's
Uncomfortable. All right, I'll look first under the tablecloth and then under the bed.
all right. You go over to the tablecloth. And Sarsa, where are you at this point?
I'm behind him, but I'm
Okay.
gonna go ahead. Can I go ahead and cast my spiritual weapon, just in the center of the room?
Sure.
And get my big
Burn those spell
glowing
slots.
anchor going.
All right.
Just
All right.
just ready.
Sure. All right. Spiritual,
spiritual
weapon
weapon is an
is classed. It
anchor?
is a giant glowing anchor appears in the middle of the room.
Sarsa, we're not going to need your ghost anchor. It's just a dog or whatever. We're fine.
Listen, you can never be too prepared.
All right. All right.
You lift up the tablecloth. There's nothing in there.
Okay. All right. I'm going to try the bed.
Okay, it's kind of like a cot. There's a blanket that's been it's not made up. It's kind of a little bit untidy, but it's covering up enough of the bottom so you can't quite see under there unless you lift up the blanket.
I'm going to get up on the cot and then reach down and pull the cover up. So if it lunges out that
You're going
way,
to
it
get
won't
on
hit
the
me.
cot?
Yeah.
Okay.
Gently.
Roll a stealth check
Yeah, I'm not
for
that
me.
stealthy.
For lack of springs.
15 total.
Okay, you are able to kind of just gently, barely get on this cot. Nothing seems to happen when you get on it. So you lift up the blanket, and out from underneath the cot scurries this long 5-foot fuzzy worm kind of shaped thing. And the best way to describe this is it looks like a poodle without any legs with kind of a snake body. And it's kind of moving along. It's going. and it is literally kind of dog and snake combined together.
Poodle snake. Got it.
Calling it a snake-a-doodle. So I need you two to roll initiative.
Oh, this is weird. All
And
right,
it's
I
coming
don't know how to
straight
feel
for
about this.
Sarsa.
Oh, good. Oh no. 2.
Oh, that's a natural 1. So yeah,
Saeleas
that's
and
a
Coach
3.
never
That's a 3.
discovered this
She's
too.
That's a 3 for me too.
I don't know where my friends went. They must
right.
have gone on an adventure.
The snake. So you got what? 3?
2.
A 2, and you
She
got
has a 3.
Well, I have a 3.
3.
Yeah. Hopefully it rolled
The
a 1.
snake-a-doodle rolled a 4.
Oh!
So it's going first. So it comes towards.
But I mean, if it ran out, do I get an attack of opportunity with my big old anchor?
No, it's in the middle of the room.
Had to try.
That's a good try. Okay, so it is going to attack Sarsa. It kind of leaps up and it tries to attack your leg.
No.
It is going to roll a 14.
A miss.
All right. So it snaps, but
Yeah.
the recoil is not quite strong enough to hit you. Sarsa, it's your turn.
So I'm going to do an attack with my spiritual weapon first. So that's going to be
Bonus action.
an 8 to hit.
Okay. That will miss.
Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead then and I'm going to Sacred Flame him myself.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's going to be, he's going to have to make a dex save.
Okay. 12.
That's a miss. Or, I mean, it's a hit on my end. It's a miss on his
Yep.
end. So he's going to take, we're 5th level, so he's going to take 2d8. So that's going to be 4 plus 7, so 11 damage.
You can see this sneak-a-doodle kind of like kind of hisses and yips at the same time. It's very unsettling. Jerik, you're up.
All right, I'll scramble off the cot and draw my vicious longsword and hoist my shield also. And
Sees you
attack
scrambling and it kind of turns towards
Clang,
you.
clang, clang. And attack with my vicious longsword.
Okay, make an attack.
Roll a 23.
That definitely hits.
2 plus 6. That's 8 damage.
Describe your victory.
So I definitely clumsily fall off the cot onto my shield, scramble up on my shield, and pull the longsword and just bring the longsword hard down on it and cut it in half right through its poodle body.
Jerik, that is disgusting.
What?
It stops. It stops twitching.
He said it was just the one, right?
He said, I don't know, did he say critter or critters?
The whole thing.
Oh no, I can't believe that we've been reduced to being rodent exterminators.
That's not a rodent. Have you ever seen that kind of thing before?
no,
That's
it's downright
weird.
degrading.
I heard a yelp. Is it dead?
Jasper,
Yes.
how many of those were there?
Just the one.
All right,
Okay,
it's dead.
all right, we got it. Now there's 2.
What is it?
Hope it's not a worm.
It's
It's like
exactly like you described. It's
furry
a
kind
snake
of-
dog.
So,
I mean, if I had to say, I might call it a snake-a-doodle.
oh, right. Well, can you get the body out of, please?
Oh, that's going to cost you extra.
Yeah, that's gonna be a little bit extra.
I actually only had 4 gold. I'm so sorry. I'll get paid on Friday.
Jasper, come on, man.
I'm sorry.
I will stitch this thing back together and leave it under your cot.
No.
You,
I'll pay you more. I can give you a
there's
muffin.
gonna be interest on that.
Would you take
what?
a corn muffin as a down payment?
Is a corn muffin worth 6 gold?
I mean, I could make a lot of them.
How much is a corn muffin
just
worth?
don't have-
Legitimately, could we
corn muffin is
resell
about,
those
like,
at
Listen,
the
all right.
retailer?
Well, you're coming by. You're coming by at the end of the week, and you're going to have the rest of our payment. Otherwise,
course.
we're going to find more of these, and we're going to infest your whole cottage with them.
Yes, no, of course. I'll
Right.
pay you first thing. I
Jared,
will.
let's go back. I need a pint.
You did say it was a down payment.
After,
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
I'll pick the half with the tail up by the tail and leave the other part.
Leaving the dog head around.
Yeah.
Oh.
As a reminder.
He's like, thank you so much, and he goes back in his cottage and he goes,
I toss that part of the body in the side of a road somewhere.
Jared, where did you find this guy?
He came to found us. I feel like we're getting the word out. It's going well.
We're getting the word out that we can kill little creatures that look like wee puppy dogs.
Hey, we made a profit, all right? We're fine.
We were saving
doing well.
princesses. What is going on now?
Well, if you have any missing princesses, then let me know. But until then, we can kill dog snakes.
Where are you guys heading?
To the pub.
Okay,
Yeah.
back to Wayfinders.
Hi.
You've started a tavern known as Wayfinders, which you run not very successfully as a tavern, but it's also been known to be your point of contact for clients that want to hire you to do some light adventuring. This was Jerik's master plan to kind of do right and help people, and it hasn't really taken off the way that you hoped.
Regarding Wayfinders, the tavern, I think it's definitely the kind of place you'd walk in and go like, how is this a business?
Yeah.
Like you walk into those like
There's like 5
dodgy
stools.
corner businesses that have bad location, and there's like
It's only open for like 3 hours a day.
weird hours, not
Yep.
consistent. There's an old guy in the corner who clearly always sits at that table and like has weird stuff there, so nobody else can sit. If you walk in as a stranger, the 4 people there all stare at you like you don't belong.
It's like Jessica Jones' Alias Investigations. Like, it's never open and the window's always broken. So it's kind of just, why is this a business?
For different
so we've all
reasons,
done
I think
really well with
Sarsa
our
and
night.
Jerik are both not very good at businesses.
So you guys make your way back. It takes about 10 minutes to head back to Wayfinders. And you come inside the pub. You see Biddles. He's like, hi, how you going, guys? Hi.
Hey, Biddles, how's business?
Hey, there's this little dwarf on the table on number 3, and that guy, the elf guy, and you look, and
Lord.
it's Saeleas, and he's next to
He's back already.
a dwarf that is not his husband.
I thought you said we had at least 6 months without him. It's only been 3.
I don't know. He must have walked. He walks faster now. Hey,
Wait,
Saeleas, how you doing?
Sarsa! Oh, it's so wonderful to see you,
You
both.
wanted to drink, you have to pay for
Sarsa
'em.
goes behind the bar and pours herself like half a full like pint glass, just straight whiskey.
You have to pay for them.
I would be paying for them if we had actually gotten paid in full today.
They're always like this. They're like an old married couple.
Wine?
Oh, you shut your damn mouth. Who is this? What is this?
Oh, this is my friend Coach. We went on an adventure together. It was very exciting. There
Yeah,
were
there's a bunch of fire
knolls.
things. Are you guys okay?
I mean, it's kind of a loaded question. You're the one walking into our pub, not even asking for an introduction.
We killed a poodle snake.
I
and
just-
I don't know how to feel about it.
Coach, Jerik, Coach, Sarsa,
Hi,
Sarsa, Coach. I'm Saeleas, you know that, of course.
Close to me, those are very short shorts.
What happened to your
Hey,
your
Saeleas.
britches there, boyo?
Saeleas, you said that these were your friends?
Yeah, we're the best of friends.
All right,
Just then,
anyway.
just then, you see the silhouette that's very bright. It's very dark inside of Wayfinders because you just don't put out any
We can't afford
candles.
torches.
Yeah, and torches, sconces or anything.
right, I
and
got dark
you
vision,
see,
it's
so you
fine.
see a silhouette, but it's a shorter silhouette, and you just hear, "Where is he? You come in town and you didn't even come and see your own husband."
Jabin,
Lee, I told you, you got to come see me before you come and see anywhere else.
Oh, this is Jabin. Hey, Jabin.
Saeleas runs over and picks up, or tries to pick up, Jabin in a hug.
You can't lift me there. Put me down.
Oh, I thought you were out on tour right now.
Yes, that was a week ago.
I don't know. I've been on the... You have to meet Coach.
Who's Coach?
That's me.
Coach.
Hello.
Meet Jabin, Coach.
Hello.
Coach and I went
Hey,
on a...
Jabin.
Hi.
It's actually been a while since I've seen another dwarf, if I'm being
Well,
honest.
Yeah, it's there's quite a lot of us here. You'll find
Oh, that's fantastic.
in the realm.
Jabin, good to see you. Would you like to purchase a round?
May I have a word with my husband, please, for just a minute?
Oh, fine.
Yes, we'll be right back.
All right.
One for you,
Jabin, how have you
Coach.
been? Oh,
Lee,
you look
can I talk to you
wonderful.
for a
Yes,
minute?
of course.
What are you doing bringing back another dwarf? What are people going to say?
Oh, Jabin, I didn't...
You're walking into town. You've been walking with this man for a couple of weeks. I mean, you said you were bringing somebody back, but I didn't imagine you were going to bring back another dwarf.
Well, he's looking for other dwarves who can...
And a
who can
muscular
work in
one. Look at those shorts. What are you thinking?
nothing compared to you.
Listen, I'm sure he's a
Have
very...
you met him?
I've just
Listen,
did.
I hate to interrupt you, fellas.
He's got very...
We're having a private word.
I understand, and you're welcome to have it in here as long as you're buying a few drinks, but if not, you're going to have to step outside.
Oh, this is straight whiskey.
It's their special
What
blend.
did you want it to be?
I thought it was meat or something. That was very
Biddles is like,
unexpected.
Well, we have water if you'd like water.
Well, I don't
No,
need
Biddles,
water.
what did I tell you? You'd never offer water.
Oh, sorry.
Although-
I mean, hydration is important.
Look, here, let us get 3 meads.
Do we still have meat?
We have meads. Yes, if you haven't drinking them all, I will go get the mead.
3 meads, and Saeleas
Get
will
behind
plop
the
down.
bar.
I assume he's been there enough where he knows how much that costs.
Well, I'm going
Yes.
back to the library,
wait.
and when you're done having your little adventure time, you can head back to the library. I'll see you at the festival.
Hi, Jabin.
Bye, Jabin.
Yes,
Good to
are
see
you all coming to the unveiling?
Oh, I forgot that was coming up.
You
Yeah,
might
that's a
want
thing
to
that's
do
very
that. That's
important to
happening
us.
in about an hour.
What's
oh, that's today.
what are we unveiling?
I did not
we're
know what
unveiling-
it was.
You guys,
It's
you
the
guys don't
statue
remember?
of it's the statue
It's
of the local
statue
hero.
Of the local hero. They're unveiling today. I can't believe that you guys forgot about that.
I thought we were the local heroes.
So, well, I guess I'll tell your friend here. So, about a year ago, there was a man named Massimo Lionheart.
Massimo
he was a
Lionheart.
local adventurer. He was he wasn't born here. He's a Goliath, very large man.
Oh.
Do you know what a Goliath is?
Very, very large.
Yes.
How many boulders do you think he could lift?
Well, none. He's dead.
Oh,
He died about a year ago,
So
and so
none
they're
now.
they're unveiling a
what
statue of him in
happens
the
to
town
heroes.
square, and everyone's coming.
Darn
in
it.
fact, the Queen's going to be here. Did you hear that?
Mora?
Yes, yes. And I believe your friend, the Rocky guy, is going to be here.
Cobbles.
Oh, cobbles.
So anyway, I'm going back to prepare the library just in case they come in, and I suggest you come in and invest a little time in your investment, husband. And he walks out.
Of course, Jay. And before he leaves, Saeleas will give him a little kiss on top of the head, which is clearly like how they...
Don't kiss my forehead. And he walks
Love
out.
you.
While they were talking, Sarsa has poured 2 little shots of whiskey, and she puts one right in front of Saeleas, and she says, "Boyo, after that conversation, I think you're going to need that. You can count that one on me.
Okay, thank you.
Cheers." Clink.
I'm not completely sure there's not lantern oil in that, so careful.
Oh, is that what that was?
Yeah.
There was something different.
Is my beard burning?
You're fine.
It feels like my mustache
Listen,
is
mate,
burning.
I hate to pry into your personal business, but your hobby there seems a wee bit ticked off.
Oh, he gets that way when I go on it. Well, I only have a data point of 1, but he was very upset after our last adventure too. It happens when I'm gone for a while. He misses me so.
Suppose we should go to that there unveiling then?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
I mean, I don't know.
Biddles, can you handle the thriving business here while we're gone? An hour or so?
Oh, sure. I mean, everybody's going to be in the central town square anyway. So, I mean, if anybody comes in, I'll give them some. I'll sell them something. I'll sell
There
them
you
something.
go. Thank you.
Sorry.
Coach, do you want to come with me to the
learning,
library?
I'm learning.
Well, I suppose I should see whatever is who? Lionheart?
Massimo Lionheart.
That's okay.
So-
Yeah, well, we
so-
can go. Sure.
The Jerik and Sarsa and Saeleas, you know that Massimo Lionheart was someone that was not born here because he was a Goliath, but Goliaths usually are with their tribe and unless they're exiled. So this guy kind of took Emberbrook as a home. He was basically on his way out, and then something happened, as adventurers do, and he formed a little adventuring party and got some notoriety because he started killing a lot of monsters that were kind of in the realm and became a big deal until a year ago he and his adventuring party, legend has it, went out and something happened and he died. And he was a hero of the realm, and there was a big deal because he kind of called Emberbrook home. So they have made a statue, local craftsmen and guild artisans, some dwarves.
I don't rightly understand why they see the point in making a statue to a hero who was dumb enough to get himself killed.
Yeah, see, well, listen, not everybody who dies. Never mind.
Did they find the body?
They never found the body.
Just saying, wouldn't it make more sense to be making a statue to somebody that's alive to appreciate it?
Does the year-old legend include how he died or what he was fighting for? Do people know, or is it just a mystery?
Yeah, so the legend is a little ways above where Emberbrook is, the next major kind of landmark is there's a kind of something called the Scorchlands. It's basically a desert. And in the middle of the Scorchlands, there is an entrance called Darkwell. And the rumor, although you guys have never been there, is it leads underground to some sort of underground dwelling. And that's where people were supposedly being sucked into or taken into or kidnapped. So Massimo's adventuring party, which included 2 other people, went in. They came out the next day, but Massimo did not come out. You heard different rumors about his demise, that he went up in a burst of flame, that he himself was taken, that he lives down there now. So there's a lot of different, rumors. No one really knows how he died, and the people that were with him were reluctant to really talk about it.
And are they still in town, or are they
They are not from Emberbrook, and you don't know much about them.
So they just kind of joined him to go on this adventure and then took off?
They were together as an adventuring party for a couple of years.
Okay.
So
Well, that's really interesting. So that's...
you guys relay this to Coach. And
I heard this guy disappeared in the dark well on the other side of the Scorchlands. Let's definitely never go there, okay?
I've no death wish. I've no interest in doing a fool's errand like that.
If the siren's call of adventure happens, we might need to go.
What do you know about sirens, Saeleas?
I've read about them.
as you're saying
I'm pretty sure
Siren's
sirens
Call,
are a
you
bad
hear
thing.
in the background.
Does that happen a lot?
Some trumpets. It sounds like it's coming from the dock ward. And there's, something being announced.
We look that way.
Probably our wee princess.
You're inside.
We go outside and look that way.
I think.
Where's everybody? Oh, okay.
Come on,
so-
Coach.
All right, here we go.
I really need to get to the library.
Hello, Knights of the Roll Table. This is Chris Daly, your new Dungeon Master for Season 2 of the podcast. I am kind of new to DMing, as you can probably tell by listening to the show, but because one of the goals of this show is to help people learn to play D&D, I think it's really cool that we're also showing that you can learn to run D&D as well. I'm certainly learning a lot, and I'm sure those of you that are aspiring Dungeon Masters can learn a lot from my failure, so please let me know what you think, and we welcome feedback of all kinds. I just want to say a quick thanks to the cast for letting me take the reins for Season 2, and also to our families and spouses for allowing us to play this game that lets us act like kids and play improv with dice. Honey, thank you. You're the best. But mostly to all the listeners for rating, reviewing, and hitting that subscribe button to the show. We know we are not the only D&D actual play podcast out there, so we really, honestly, thank you so much for listening and giving us a chance. We've had a lot of great feedback, but if you haven't left us a comment on iTunes, please do so, because we may read it out loud during the announcements, like this one from Jared Actor. As a D&D outsider, only played once a long time ago, I really enjoy this podcast. It gives me the feeling of being in the room with these fine folks. Lots of action and lots of laughs. Highly recommend this fun-filled romp. 5 stars. Well, thanks, Jared Actor. We'd love to have you in the room with us if you are ever in town. That's weird. Maybe not. I don't know. I have to ask everybody else. That's awkward. Okay. Well, anyway, Jared Actor leaves a great review, and if you want to leave a review too, you can as well. Be sure to check out new art from me on Instagram, at our Instagram, at Knights of the Roll Table Podcast, or you can always check out my personal account at Daily Tunes RPG, where I can do some custom art for you if you have a group or a character that you want to see illustrated. That's what I do. Weston Gardner, who does all of our theme music and editing, has the best dice tower among us and can also make a custom RPG anthem for you. You can find out more at Make My Anthem on Twitter or Instagram. And you can also leave us feedback or ask any how-to D&D questions, knightsoftherolledtable@gmail.com. And finally, follow us on Twitter at RolledTable. We are building our Twitter community one follower at a time. Let's get back to the action, and don't forget to make life an adventure. You guys can't see the harbor and the dock ward itself because there's a couple of buildings in the way, but what you do see is from the sky, floating down, is a caravan, kind of a pontoon boat sort of thing. It's almost like a ship, but it's very square and rectangular, and it has some adornments and flags on it, and it's floating down.
Always nice to
And-
see how subtle the royals are these days.
Do you guys just have like floating docks or something?
Tain't normal. I imagine that's probably something to do with the queen that's visiting us.
She has a
Saeleas,
little thing about royalty. Don't bring it up.
Saeleas has heard of local natural resources, although they don't really happen around here, but closer to Falcon Reach, which cause the power of flight for certain things.
What would the name of that be?
You've heard it referred to as night crystals.
Oh, I wonder if that is night crystals they're using to power that. That would be very interesting. I have a book on that back in the library. Oh, I should really go see Jay.
Is he like this? He's like this all the time.
You've been with
So
me
it's
for
not just with me.
I hope your journey here was really fun.
30 days of this.
It was quite a
Long.
thing.
Listen, we've just met now, Coach, but I'll tell you, there's a reason we let him go off on by himself.
Oh, sorry. We may have kept him alive.
All right, what would you guys like to do?
I think Saeleas needs to go patch up some things with his husband at the library.
All right, so you want to go back to the library?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
so
think so.
Saeleas is going to go to the library. What would you three like to do?
I'd probably hang out outside of Wayfinders and kind of like try to draw in some business by like not like straight up like, hey, come on in, there's drink specials, but like, oh, I found like I'm walking by and I'm like, oh, I heard that place is really good. I heard they have a really fine
Sarsa-
whiskey.
Don't you? I thought you owned this place.
Shut up, coach. I'm
So
doing
there
a thing.
are Wayfinders is kind of close to the town square, and because it's within the hour, you notice a lot of the townsfolk are gathering around, but they are trying to get a good seat, like you would for a Disney parade. They're parking. They're trying to get. There's this veiled sort of mass in the middle, which you've heard is probably the statue, although no one has seen it.
Is it life-size?
There's also a little deck about 4 feet high, which you imagine is going to be for somebody to say something. And a lot of people are gathering around. You're trying to
We're gonna
bring
go-
people in.
I don't know local like alcohol laws, but I feel like we could just go out there and like offer to sell people drinks.
Emberbrook is a very merchant heavy town, so after the whistle blows, so to speak, people walk around with tankards and mugs and stuff. But this is still during the working day. This is a very special event that's happening. Make a persuasion check for me, Jerik, to see if you can persuade anybody to come in the bar.
Ooh, we're over to 3, but I have good persuasion.
Not that good.
No. Just for perpetuity. I have +8 persuasion, so that is an 11.
11. All right. So you see some people walk by,
Hey.
and they kind of
drink
talk to
some
them.
down there, little
and
drinky,
They
yeah.
kind of smile at you, and they're like, I hear it's not that good. And just kind of
Hey, I heard that.
Sarsa's gonna like grab.
some kid is like, oh, look, I know what a wayfinder is. And he's like, come on, dear. And just keep pulling them.
Sarsa's gonna grab like a half-empty brown bottle off like one of the shelves behind the bar, and she's just gonna sit on the corner of the building, like kind of scowling towards the statue while she drinks it with her arms crossed, like she's like
You have
not
a
really
problem with
helping.
statues too.
She's just not really happy about anything that's happening right now. Like she's just kind of angry.
Except for Saeleas being there. She's thrilled about that. Bestie.
Yeah.
So I heard you guys are heroes. You saved some. Okay, Saeleas, just level this out for me. Saeleas said that you guys, saved a princess.
It's true, we did manage to save a princess.
Of course, you saved a princess.
We got paid our gold, and unfortunately, though, that was about 8 months ago, and I'm afraid we haven't had much luck since then.
Yeah, she's actually a queen now. You'd think that would pay a little bit better. There'd be some favors or so.
Well, she
but,
didn't even reach out that she was going to be in town, and old Cobbles can't even spare the time to drop a note.
Well, I don't know if he can read in his defense. So.
Oh.
Just feel like if he actually cared about us, he'd let us know, or at least pay us a visit. It's been 8 bloody months.
We're doing fine, all right? We have this fine establishment, and you have the curvy swell, and we're doing
Make
fine.
way for the queen! Make way for the queen!
And you hear this kind of da-da-da-da, and a procession kind of slowly comes down within your eyesight now. to the town square. A couple of soldiers are approaching the town square as well. Many people are starting to clap and kind of cheer, and they're getting up on shoulders and on balconies, and they're trying to see a view of the royal processional party that have come in. You see a couple of people walk into view. You see the mayor of the town, who is Evette Rosales. She's a human female. She's talked to you about kind of keeping the standards up of the outside of your bar, and she's like, well, good luck with that, you know. And
She like the HOA of the city.
yeah, a little
Like,
bit. She's very specific about details.
These paint colors do not fit with the overall aesthetic that we're trying to achieve here.
So
Did you
you
not
see
read
her.
the
You see her
CCNRs?
actually kind of like walking into the square and like pointing her fingers at the corners of the people's mouths, like "Don't forget to smile," you know, this kind of like sort of thing. So she walks in.
Sarsa kind of spits on the ground as she walks by, like
Immediate-
not pointedly. but
Immediately
just, like,
behind her, there's a couple of soldiers, and then behind them, you see this 7-foot-tall Earth Genasi, gray skin, kind of short-cropped, white, kind of rocky-looking hair, and he's carrying a big old warhammer over his shoulder, looking around. He's wearing a black vest. It's a little bit formal for him. This is your old friend Cobbles.
Look at Cobbles.
Wait, do you guys know him?
That's our guy.
we know him, but it's been a moment.
And then
Does he need work?
behind Cobbles,
he's got a job.
you see very shorter compared to Cobbles, a small, darker skinned, white hair, and she's wearing this glowing kind of white dress with a hooded cape over her, and this is Queen Mora. She is a 16-year-old Aasimar that has ascended to the throne. Behind her, there are two other figures. One of them is a very darkly clad drow male. He is in capes and kind of a dark blue, sort of shimmery cloak with dark trousers, and he has a white goatee with short cropped white hair, very dark skin, almost midnight blue. Next to him, there is a human female who is dressed with kind of a corset and some longer draped sleeves. She has a high collar, and she's carrying a little book next to her. And then there's some other people that are kind of like, you know, attendants and things like that. So they're all kind of making their way into the square.
Hey, big guy. Hey, come back. No.
Coach,
No.
what are you doing? He's busy.
Well, I know. Maybe
Obviously, too good to be talking to us these days.
he needs like a side gig or.
All right, you know what,
He'd be perfect.
Coach, stop. Look, I will introduce you before you get clubbed in the head, all right? Let's lay low for a minute.
Fine.
I'll kind of make my way up there towards Cobbles.
You actually see Cobbles kind of looking around, and he sees you, and he kind of does that thing where, you know, you see somebody's like, he kind of lifts his head up like,
Hey.
you know, and he kind of turns back to Mora, and Mora looks at him, and she kind of gives him a nod, like smile, and she's like, go ahead, you know, and he kind of thumb, like kind of almost knocks over this baker with a bunch of rolls, like, "Ah!" and he just like stammers through, and he's like, Jerik, oh, so good to see you.
Hey, man, how are you doing?
I'm
Looking good.
doing really good. I'm doing good. I'm sorry I haven't been able to come here sooner.
Well, that's okay. You probably wouldn't fit in the door anyway. What's going on lately?
The Queen, Mora, Queen Mora, Her Highness. It's hard to call her that all the time. You know, we're here to unveil the statue because it's a hero.
Yes, that is correct. We've heard
Hi,
that.
Cobbles.
You remember
Sarsa.
and he gives you a big old hug and almost crushes you.
Sarsa's like trying so hard to be mad, but like she can't.
Sarsa, I tried to write a letter to you. I couldn't really write it. My pencil kept breaking.
You just get like a slate. It's just beat up. Who did?
You know what, Cobbles, it's okay. I won't lie, I was a wee bit disappointed when I didn't hear from you, but it's really good to see you.
Well, they pay me really good, and I'm staying busy, and I actually have a couple of people that I'm in charge of that I have to tell, you know, to watch the Queen.
Oh, middle management. Look at you.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think about this time, Saeleas would be sort of like dragging Jabin out of the library.
Okay.
Come on, we don't want to miss the unveiling.
All right, I'm right behind you. You don't have to pull me. I'm not a child.
I just don't want you. I want to spend time with you, but I want to see this.
You see Jerik and Sarsa and Coach, and they're talking to Cobbles, who you recognize.
I assume Jabin knows Cobbles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, actually...
Has he been around enough for that to have happened?
He saw him once, and he met him briefly, so he just... Yeah.
Oh, look! It's Cobbles. We should go over there and see him.
Another large man.
Yeah. Well, that's not my type.
I don't want to hear it. So you guys make your way over. Actually, Mora and her kind of the party come over towards you as well. And they approach, and everybody kind of is around. Some of the soldiers are kind of like keeping, people back a distance, like, keep away, give us some room there, everybody. All right.
Sarsa kind of does like a super exaggerated, kind of sarcastic, deep bow. Says, "Hello, Your Majesty."
And Saeleas does the exact same thing, except there's no sarcasm whatsoever. It's just a super, overly flourishing bow. And,
Your Majesty, it's so wonderful to see you.
It is good to see you as well, Saeleas.
he does one of those should I give her a hug? And stops.
No.
Coach
It's probably best if you don't do that, Saeleas.
How are you, Cobbles? It's so good to see you.
I'm great.
Pats him on the arm.
He doesn't notice.
Of course he wouldn't.
Queen Mora says, "I'm sorry we have not been able to visit sooner, but it has been busy with my father gone now, and I have taken over, so I'm not allowed to leave that much."
Well, I'm just glad you made something of yourself, kid, huh?
So sorry for your loss.
Well, to
I
be
really
honest,
didn't know if you lazy teenagers might just fritter away all your wealth, but I guess you're getting along.
I
so.
still try to keep up with my exercises, if you know what I mean. They don't let me go out and fight like we did on our adventure, but I try to keep up with my training.
Probably for the best. This is my friend Coach, by the way. Coach.
Oh, hi.
Queen
It's nice to
Mora
meet
and
you.
Cobbles.
very, very kind of not slyly is going to whisper to Saeleas. Well, she's no Titania, is she?
She's a bit smaller and
Quite a
not,
bit smaller.
not from the Fae.
And not as powerful as Sindel was.
Guys, maybe
Oh,
we
I'm
can
not
talk
sure
about
about
that
that.
later.
Yeah, well.
This is
You see the
Hi.
the human female step forward, and she says, "Oh, you know of Lady Titania? I've heard of such a powerful being."
well, we've met.
Yes.
Wait, did we meet?
She actually sent us on a mission once.
Yeah.
She's pretty cool, actually.
Well, I've only researched her in my books, but I would like to hear more about her, perhaps if there's extra time. Queen Mora looks back at her and says, "Kishara, this is not the time. We should probably get to the business at hand. But sorry, let me introduce you. This is Kishara Fenroth. She's my Minister of Arcana. And behind her, the dark-looking fellow, that is Nuzir Rom. He is the Minister of Justice." And he kind of nods his head and says, "Pleasure."
Do I notice any symbols of Knights of the Realm on any of these people?
They are all their forearms
covered? Okay.
are covered at this point.
Sarsa, when she sees the drow and he says pleasure, she'll say, "Oh no, it's all mine, boyo," and give him a little wink.
He kind of opens his eyes a little wider and then realizes he's in the sunlight and kind of squints him again. He's just like,
He wants me.
And then Evet Rosales says, "All right, then, we're going to get started. If everyone can please allow us to start the ceremony, we'll get started now. Okay, thank you very much." And so she kind of ushers everybody in. Cobbles and...
Could we join the procession?
No. Dang it. The soldiers kind of come in and they hold off and they're like, "Okay, give us some space. Give us some space."
Saeleas puts his
You
hand-
came to us. Why are you push? We can't.
And
the walls right
Mora
here.
turns around and says, we will chat later."
I'd love to catch up. Great seeing
Cobbles
you.
kind of gives a little wave and says like, I have to go. And,
Jerik, you think we could take this party up onto the roof? Might be able to get a decent view up there.
you have
see
a
why
roof
not,
that
as long
you
as
can
don't fall off again.
You have roof access, yes.
That was one time.
Coach is going to try and climb up as soon as
Yeah, the roof.
Coach, there's stairs.
great idea.
Coach, there's stairs.
Here we go.
He does this.
I don't want to replace the moldings.
Roll an athletics check.
Oh my god.
There's no
With
talking him out
advantage
of his-
because you have pitons
I
and
do have
rope.
pitons.
He told
Don't
me about
make-
a fence. Just let it happen.
You're making holes in the.
This is
Walls.
so awesome.
Stop it, Jerik. I want to watch this.
Yeah, you do.
All right, I'll bet
That's
you.
a 19.
19. You kind of throw this grappling hook rope up there,
I
and it
think
goes
this puts
tink,
my
and
bet.
you're like, belay on, and then you start like climbing up the rope.
It's going to bet you 50 coppers he'd be able to do it.
Yeah, no thanks.
All right.
Coach-
All right, why are y'all still down? there?
Coach
'Cause I'm
makes
all
it
the
up.
way up onto the roof.
In
and
about
y'all are
10
still
seconds,
down.
Coach leaps and kind of splays up there like a young gazelle going vertical up a wall.
Sarsa's just going to take the stairs.
Is it single story or
Come on,
are there
Jay.
like upstairs rooms?
Hey, Saeleas, catch the rope.
There's like a small attic.
Saeleas,
crawl
grab the rope.
I'm gonna take the stairs.
Saeleas,
All right.
Coach,
grab the rope.
no, thank you.
When she
All right.
gets up there, I'm going to have a brand new bottle.
You guys are. Sarsa continues to drink. You guys are.
empty
Are you going up
already.
on the roof as
Yeah,
well?
with Jay.
Okay, so Jabin and Saeleas are
Hey,
going
Jabin,
up
grab
on the
the
roof.
rope. Hey,
Jerik,
Jabin.
With
No.
Jabin.
Okay.
all right.
Does Jabin grab the rope?
I don't know.
Moving on.
I don't feel like he would.
Jabin doesn't. He's like kind of waves and then he just
He's
he
not-
kind of looks at Coach like.
that.
So there's a lot of rustling and people are chatting and they're very excited and they're looking at the queen. Oh, look at she's glowing with everything. And there's a couple of shh, 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 shh. They see Evet Rosales step forward, and she is on this wooden platform. There's a large, what you assume is the statue right next to her, and it's a good 8 feet tall, cloaked over with cloth. And she steps forward. she says, and kind of looks over at Kishara Fenro, and Kishara kind of nods and taps her on the shoulder, and then Evet turns back and says, "Oh, thank you," and then all of you can hear her as if her voice is projected throughout the entire town square, and it's
neat.
her voice is projected very loud, and she's "Welcome, Your Majesty, Queen Mora, distinguished council members, citizens of Emberbrook. As your guildmaster and representative to the Crystal Council, it is my honor to present this statue of a noble warrior. Now," she kind of motions to the people, like her kind of trusted lieutenants, and they pull the cloth off, and you see a very noble and large figure who you can only assume is Massimo Lionheart.
Very nice.
Beef.
If only he was
Extreme.
still alive.
All right.
Is the statue life size, bigger, smaller?
It's bigger. It's kind of cast in bronze.
How big are Goliaths? I don't know how they.
Really, they're 7 feet tall.
They're 7 feet.
So not as
it's,
big.
it's
Not
actually
as big
a
as
little
like
bit,
a giant or
No,
anything.
no.
But yeah, okay.
I mean, I suppose if there's going to be a statue, you have to stare at all day. Doesn't hurt that he's quite a lurker.
Okay,
That he
she
is.
continues. We are gathered here on this day, 1 year after the death of a true hero of the realm, Massimo Lionheart. Massimo was a champion to the realm of Marcatia, but he called Emberbrook home. He knew that hard work and perseverance were the true measure of a hero, both of which are understood by every guild member and dock worker of this town. We are hard workers. She kind of looks at the queen. Hard workers, and we do a lot for the realm.
Yeah, hard work. Woo!
Looks over at Coach's direction and says, "Yes, Massimo was not born here. As a Goliath, he was exiled from his tribe, looking for a family to belong to. He found our harbor town of vagrants, traders, merchants, and pirates more welcoming and drove a stake here. Along with his fellow adventuring party," and she looks over to someone that you hadn't noticed before, a dwarf that is bald and was kind of in robes, but they're more of a loose-fitting robe. He has wrapped forearms,
Call it a
and
moo-moo?
No, it's more of a monk attire, and he's got a short cropped beard that is blonde.
Could have been a moo-moo.
Yeah.
Caftan.
He helped save our lives countless times from the monsters of this world. This statue serves as a reminder to the great man that was the noblest hero this realm has ever.
What was that?
This realm has ever.
Coach, that laugh's got evil written all over it.
So Lisa's gonna stand up and like look around and see if he can see where that's coming from.
People of Emberbrook,
What?
you have been lied to.
You just hear this voice. Very loud, also very projected.
Not,
You
not
don't
a clear direction or
quite
anything.
see where it's coming from.
What is this?
You come together under false pretenses. The Crystal Council, whom you put so much of your faith in, are murderers. They are also liars. Liars and murderers. One is way worse
And
than
thieves.
the other. No, liars and murderers.
Just liars and murderers, everybody.
They sent their...
I'm sorry, am I interrupting you? I don't want to... Go on with your thing. Did you lose your place? You were saying thieves? Thieves and liars.
They sent their
didn't
heroes
say
to
thieves,
take care
murderers.
of...
That's right, murderers,
All right, stop.
murderers and thieves.
No, not thieves.
I'm sorry,
Murderers and
Saeleas, you're distracting him.
Murderers
Calm
and-
down.
murderers and
Creepy
liars.
voice.
James,
All right
it
now.
liars.
And he says, "All right now," and then you guys did not notice.
Uh-oh.
Several men that are right in front of the stage, they all have bags on the sides of their hips. They turn back to the crowd, pull out daggers simultaneously at the same time, and slice open these bags.
Uh-oh.
The bags
Don't
start
say
glowing.
sneakadoodles.
As long as they're not spiders, I'm
The
happy.
bags start glowing, and out of the bags, almost like lots of these gnarled twig humanoid creatures come bursting out, one after
like what we
another,
fought on the road?
after another, after another. Saeleas and Coach, you guys notice these are very similar looking creatures to the one that you fought.
That's one of those
About
things.
10
More
of these creatures burst out of each bag. You recognize this kind of bag as a bag of holding.
Oh.
But if it's cut, the dimensional pocket that these things are in bursts open and it doesn't contain what's inside of it anymore. So these twig blights come out, about 10 per bag, and about 8 of these are cut open. So within a couple of seconds, 80 twig blights and various larger twig blights, which are green in color, all surround. They're screaming. There is panic. There are people grasping each other. Several of the vine blights are going to kind of stamp on the ground, and all of a sudden all these vines come out and they start grabbing people's ankles and arms, and small children are kind of grasped all of a sudden.
Man.
So there's
all
kind of
on
two
the
kinds.
ground.
There's like twigs and there's vines.
Mostly twig blights, and there's a couple of greenish, larger vine blights.
Interesting.
And they're the ones that are causing this kind of entanglement. And within about 10-15 seconds, the entire central area around the pedestal, where this platform where the royal party and Evet and the queen are all surrounded by these things, and you guys are just seeing this.
Well,
And-
this is gonna ruin my buzz.
We have to help them.
And you hear the voice say,
Now I'm ready to continue.